is encouraging. It shows concern, a global concern for citizens. It shows care and love. But however, coming back to Nigeria, the warning they gave, though it's very good, but we are highly vulnerable. Vulnerable in the sense that I told you that there are two wars that is difficult to fight and win. If you are fighting war on cultural war and religious war. Now, it is now being colored by political issues, which means every day by day, this issue of impunity in the way we attack ourselves is being colored. Now it's going to be colored with political insinuation, political idiosyncrasy, and you can rule it out. Politics in the air. You also see now that the entire security interface in Nigeria has been overstretched. Overstretched in the sense that, let's come to think of it, there are 5 levels of security interfaces we should do. But I can tell you all those 5 levels, we have compromised. For instance, if you do talk about checks should not be when you are going to do vote, you are going to do anything. Checks should be something that is done in a kind of civilized manner. But what do? We do better checking in Nigeria. If we can't do proper checks, that is when they want to check you, they humiliate you. Normally they're supposed to hand down, show them, check. We don't do that very often. E-checking, we can't even have CCTV. There's no equal air to monitor what we're doing. There's no geospatial mapping system across Nigeria. So the entire Nigerian is a highly vulnerable surface. If they say soft target is referred to where will people congregate, like I'm talking about mall, shopping mall, people go there very often, like during campaign area, like in churches, in mosque, in market. Those are soft area. But while things are esteemed very difficult, why it will be very difficult to contain is very simple. This issue of insurgency and this banditry, the way we have trivialized it, the way we politicize it, and also the issue of kidnapping and all whatnot, is a huge trade. People make a lot of money, human in it. You will see clearly that we have come, whichever way you look at it, some parts have come to accept it. Today, Ebube Agu and non-government, they've displayed capacity in the south. You can't rule it out. If you go into the north, the terrorism, banditry has hold sway. The north-south is completely decimated because it's highly vulnerable. We have over 121 borders that are open. Almost just 83 were open. Even those people that came in now, none of them has gone out. If they see it as a kind of trade, and now it's going to be colored as a political weapon on the enemy. And I can tell you, how many police do you have in Nigeria? We have less than 450,000. Out of which you have quite a lot of them that are guiding all these well-to-do family. So how many? Army are supposed to do external integrity, but army are being called upon now to fight the internal war. And we can see what is even happening in army. You understand? Saboteurs, a lot of incursion in the army. Come to think of it, look at the way we've tackled it now. We made it so lucrative that it is extremely difficult to stop it. From 2015 to 2021, we spent almost 11.56 trillion to buy weapons. So, as the budget goes higher, the attack also increases. We are the second most attacked nation. Let me be frank with you. Let it be very clear. The only safe, so-called safe place that we're able to monitor to some extent is only in Southwest. And Southwest too, the issue of attack will come in form of political coloration now. And all these people who are causing this issue are mercenaries that are in the bushes. These same people who want to win by crook and win, and by crooks and corner, will contract them now to come and cause the mayhem. And I can tell you, how do we monitor them? We have overrun the police. There's also a lot of miscreants in the police. We've overrun the army. So everybody for himself, only God for us all. The alert is good. And what are we going to say? They say no cause for alarm. That's what they will say. No cause for alarm, but the terrorism banditry has its capacity. Sit at home is still going in the southeast. And we say no cause for alarm. As of today, we've not been able to display capacity. We're even negotiating with terrorists. Look at the Kaduna Abuja hijack. Look at the prisoners that were released. Have we been able to cope? So if they say it's an attack, it's based on intelligence network. How much of intelligence are we doing? How much of it are we using? So I think this issue has come to stay. Everybody got to be very careful.
Mr. Kenny, we are in the election season and campaigns are running. People are blocking the streets and supporting their candidates. Do we now suspend campaigns? Well, even the candidate, the parties, we don't even agree, because I see an headline where Atiku Tinubu Obi are demanding for security beef up and also rejecting campaign suspension. If we say let's suspend campaign and any other large gatherings, will that in any way help to curb or reduce the security?
Whether you see campaign, ongoing campaign will only give up, it will only expose our high level of vulnerability. I would say they should suspend because it will mitigate against the issue of election. But what I will tell people is the electorate that matters to me. The electorate like me, like you. Your life is more important than the campaign that is going on. Let us be frank. We should not put ourselves on a vulnerable mean that people would. If anybody dies under this election, there's no protection. It's as good as Miss Smith. So my call is to the electorate. Be vigilant, be careful. I'm not saying you shouldn't support your candidates. For instance, I've stopped supporting. I've now come to a point that I want to be talking to the conscience of the people. Because it is not winning election that most matter. Though to win election is good. But life is more important. Because those lives that we're going to lose now, how are we sure they are not going to be the people that will turn Nigeria? Change the destiny of Nigeria. Because what we are still going now, we're still going to get same of same.
But the truth is that no matter what we say, Nigerians will not stop showing support by coming out, rallying. They will not stop showing support by rallying. Are we ready for this period, especially with the high rate of insecurity happening?
What I've said is this. It is true, people will still come. But as good people will come out, bad also will come out. Remember, you don't have anything to protect yourself. There's a level of vulnerability. You can't even have police to call to yourself now. Because police will also want to defend themselves. What I'm saying, the electorate should be very vigilant. I'm not saying don't go to gathering. Go to gathering guided. In such a way, if there are issues, you'll be able to run and save your life. Because, you see, attack will still, there's no way you can avert. Because, Togri too. Many of the people who are involved in Togri, who are in mercenary, this is their peak period. They say they are guiding their contestant. So there's a need. Who will provide security? Is the people that provide security, which is anybody who's going to campaign will have his own security in place. Because what is the capacity of police do we have? Are you going to start driving army? Are you going to say Air Force will come? Are you going to say police will come? What it means is that before any campaign, we do any campaign, it is advisable for intelligence network to do thorough intelligence network, to do sweeping of the entire area, and also to be able to have some view of cover, area-wide view cover of the entire places, so that there could be a satellite monitoring of what we're doing. We have the technology. We have the know-how. We should deploy it so that we'll save people from dying like chicken. Almost every election, people die like chicken. And every day you will say compensation. It is we that will kill our people. Because this electorate, I have said it, the contenders are billionaires. One way or the other, they've been part of putting us in mystery. Nigerians who are living in a mysterious way are going to push these people who push us in mystery. Their life is secured. They are billionaires, they have jet, they have everywhere. They are fortified.
Oh, but some of them are being attacked as well.
I agree with, look, if I say they are fortified, they are different level of politicians. What I'm still saying is, I'm talking to the conscience of the people. I'm talking to the electorate. Don't lose your life because of this election. All these people who are contending, their family are well secured and fortified by you and me too. Why must we live our life like that? Nigeria is a more precarious situation. No man can say he has solution. It's a collective drive we will use to drive this Nigeria. And I don't see us coming together in unity. Unity has eluded us for a long time. We are now even talking of more regional setup. So we should be thinking of a regional government, because this kind of the form of democracy we have done has failed us. It's a democracy that is autocracy, it's militocracy. We should begin to talk about a parliamentary system of government. Sunak is coming in now without any rancor. Come and think of it. Who and who is gaining? The South are not together. The North, who is the epic center that the train capacity war, did not put us in mystery, and they're still holding sway. Think of all the political party. If you see, if the first one is not Fulani, the second one will be Fulani. They've also guided the entire faces. People don't see beyond line. They only see what they do. People are self-centered, egocentric, and also they are thieves in the waiting. Because who is sincere in Nigeria now? Point out one person that is sincere.
I'm a sincere person. I'm sincere.
Let's give you a chance.
Are you not sincere?
Let's give.
Are you saying that if you become president?
No, what I'm saying is this. Look, what I'm saying is people don't judge people by what they say. Judge them by what they do. A lot of people will say they will bring heaven on earth. Give them that opportunity.
You made a general question, and that's why I'm asking you.
I say who is sincere? You see, honestly, you can't be saying you are sincere because until we conduct due diligence over what you do.
And I'm throwing the question back at you. Are you not a sincere person?
I'm sincere to the extent of what I say.
Of Nigeria,
I do what I say. In my own case, let me talk about myself. I do what I say, and I want to be held accountable for what I say. That's the reason why I said I've chosen to speak into the conscience of the people, not promoting political parties.
Mr. Kenny, let's take a break.